So what I'm hoping is that when I put this in with the drag link that way, I can go back to the original S10 box and just go straight across to that. I know I have to cut off my sway bar mount to make this work, and hopefully that gives me the angle that I want. I've got 3 different pitman arms now, so hopefully that what I'm looking at is that maybe the YJ Jeep pitman arm is what I'm going to end up using. I'm going to try the drop pitman arm I got, and I'm going to try the Astro van pitman arm through this. So let me get under the truck and I'll explain to you why I didn't like the other one and why I'm going this direction. As you can see on this side, this is the passenger side with the Y-link and using the Astro steering box. Now I'm trying to show you the angle of how it comes off of here and goes way too far forward for my liking. Like this drag link should be closer to the steering link or the tie rod, and then the tie rod itself should be closer to the axle, which it's not. Now, the problem with using this setup with the S10 box is that once you put the drag link on the S10 box, it all goes in and it hits right here. Now, I've cut all of the other mounts off of this, which was the track bar and the steering stabilizer. And then even with all that cut off, it still hits right here. So a lot of people use the Astro box because it puts the steering arm forward, which kicks all of this out and then creates this angle. Well, at least mine did. And this is when my axle moved forward about 1 inch. So as you can tell, I don't like that angle of all of that. See how far forward it is? And you can tell on the other side that the tie rod is actually closer to the coil spring bucket on the other side compared to this side. And then how this goes forward at an angle. So what I'm hoping with the WJ, it puts the drag link up here, which means I got to cut this off so it'll come from the steering box down. So that's what I'm trying to fix. So what do I got to do next? I got to take all of this knuckle assembly off, put on the WJ knuckle, and then see if I can put, using the stock S10 box, that it'll actually run a little bit straighter and nicer for, for steering. So let me get at taking these knuckles off and we'll go from there. All right, we're going to take the brake caliper, the tie rod off, pull the rotor off, and then I'm going to pull the bearing and the axle all together. Damn, that's a shame. Brand new brake pads. Ugh. They won't work with the other part anyway. All right. So you got these 3 bolts right here that hold the hub on. And like I said, once I get it, I'll just pull the whole axle and everything out with it. like some old Possum Creek sand. There it is. Now this allowed me to get the knuckle off, because with this in there, it hits the C on the axle and the knuckle won't fall off. And another big benefit of doing this swap is it gives you bigger brakes compared to the 94 Cherokee brakes. So, if it comes off as easy as the other one, you hit it right here and it'll fall off. Now I have new ball joints and everything that is going to go in the final build up of this. Right now this video and all of that mess is to get the knuckles on and to see if I can fix the steering problem, the steering the way I want it. Now with the bigger brakes, and what you think about that is that you have to get the WJ brake rotor and re-drill it for this bolt pattern or lug pattern, or what the internet says, you can use Crown Vic rotors or the Ford Explorer Sport Track rotors, and you don't have to re-drill them. You have to grind down the bearing side flange. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Whole thing's turning. There we go. Force it down in that. Like I said, this is as far as I'm going to go with it right now, because all I'm worried about is steering, not the hub and the brakes and everything yet. So I'm going to go to the other side, do the other side, then I'll come back and we'll put the steering link and all that in and see if it works.